How's it going today, guys? Today I'm going to go over another cribbage video, but this time, instead of focusing on pegging, which obviously I'm going to kind of focus on pegging and keep that in mind, I'm going to really try to emphasize my commentary on what cards to put into your opponent's crib, because I got a comment that said something along the lines of just getting back into cribbage and trying to remember what are good cards to put in your opponent's crib. And I'm going to play single player so I can commentate as much as I want without a timer. I'm going to play on Crazy Ninja difficulty, and I didn't win the cut, per usual. If anybody watches this stream, they know I almost never win the cut. This is a great hand to start out with, because 2-3 is almost what you have to throw, but you rarely ever want to throw good cards like that in your opponent's hand. So, Jack Queen is also another option that you could go with, which I'm usually impartial towards not giving my opponent things that add up to 5 or connectors. But in this case, if I were to throw 2-3, I'd be giving him connectors and they add up to 5. But Jack Queen, I'm taking away my double run, but at the same time, I still have 6 points. So I think Jack Queen is probably what I'm going to throw. And if it comes down to me deciding between two main options, I'm typically going to choose the one that doesn't give my opponent good cards. And the 10 doesn't help, just in case my opponent probably has a double run in his crib now. So here we're going to lead with a 2, and hopefully he plays a face card. Doesn't play a face card, but I'm going to play my 3 anyway so that I don't end up on 21. Because you never want to end up on 21. 9-6 ace. It's kind of an odd hand. Yeah, I assume they would have gotten 8. And if you look here on the bottom right hand corner, we can look at the hand score. And the cribbage analyzer would have said to throw the 2-3 into the crib, but if we look at the hand here, I think it would have worked out worse, because my opponent would throw through 2 queen, and I would have thrown 2-3 instead of Jack Queen. So I would have given him 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, 15-8, and a pair's 10. But instead we only gave him 8 points. So I think that, I don't know why this thing is saying that I threw wrong, but 93 is still, that's pretty good. So here I'm going to throw 7-8, and the reason behind that is I'm basically loading up my crib here, and I'm still keeping good cards in my hand. So a lot of beginners would be tempted to play their 10 here and pair, but that isn't a very wise decision, just because when you pair them, they can get triples, and that's where 6 points versus you just getting 2. In that case, I would most likely get 31, but here I'm going to play the 15. Hopefully he pairs me, then I can play one of my face cards, most likely a queen, and then end up on 30 and get 31. So instead, they play a jack, so that doesn't really help me. So he had 10 jack king. I'm going to play my 10 here, because I'm going to assume that 10 jack king, he either has a 5. Well, actually, I know he doesn't have a 5. He most likely has a queen here. Oh, didn't have a queen, had the 10. See, I was thinking that they had a run of 4, 10 jack queen king, but instead they had 10 jack king. So here we look at the hand score, and I threw the best 2 cards based on what I was dealt. That was a pretty easy hand, though. Here, I'm going to keep the run of 4. Typically, you almost always want to keep your runs of 3 or 4, and for this exact reason of getting hit on a double run. Here, I'm going to lead. I've got 4 options. I'm not going to play the 5. I'm not going to play the 6. I think best option here would be to lead with the 3 or the 4. And typically, I think people, just from my overall experience on playing, I don't really know this for a fact, but people like to keep their aces and 4s in their hand versus their 3s. But that's just my own personal, I don't actually know that. So here if I play a 6, and then my opponent plays a 5, that would leave us on 21, and then I could get a run of 4. So I think I'm going to play my 6 here, or I could play a 4. I think playing a 4 here, just to try to avoid runs of 3. And I think that was probably the right play. Here I can play my 5 and get a run of 3. Actually, a run of 5. Yeah, I can get a run of 5 here, I think. Yep. Nice. Oh, shoot. I didn't think that she could still get a run of 6. I probably should have played the 6 there. I didn't expect my opponent to have a 2. Yeah, 2, 6, 9. I guess that's kind of common. I more assumed that they had 7, 8. Here I'm going to throw 6, 8. Keep my chances of a double-double alive and kind of load up the crib. I don't think there's anything else you'd want to throw here. Except for you have to keep in mind that face cards typically aren't that good at pegging cards. So it doesn't matter which one I play here. Here I'm going to get rid of that other king, and hopefully my opponent has a queen on the next go-around. Ooh, I thought maybe they were going to have some kind of face card. 16-point crib, that's pretty good. But as you see right here, we got the 100 hand score. That bottom right corner there, right under the play button, will tell you how well I did as far as throwing cards in my opponent's crib. Here I'm going to throw 10 queen every single time. I mean, when you get dealt 7, 8, 8, 9, you almost always throw whatever. You always keep that in your hand. Here I'm going to lead with 8 and basically protect myself, because if they pair me, I can get triples. Just like that. This is a really good game for, so my opponent had 8, 5, 2. I think I'm probably pretty safe playing a 9 here. Yeah, it didn't matter. But I think this has been a really good game for instructional purposes. So here, I'm going to throw the 3 and just keep the run of 4. Yeah, I don't see any other option really there. Got hit with another double run. I'm going to play 15 here and expect my opponent to pair me. Ooh, they have 6, 4. They probably have a 5 here. So it's probably smart for me to save my 8 for the next go around, just in case if they do have a 5, so then they don't get 15 on me. Here my opponent played a 3, and I'm going to play my, what do they have, 3, 4, 6, maybe a 5. I don't think they have a 2. Maybe they have a 2. I don't think, they'll probably don't have another 4. I'm going to play my 8 here. I think that's the most safe bet. Ooh, a 6. Huh. 3, 4, 6, 6. That's kind of an odd hand. But we're getting some good hands, and we're doing some really good pegging, and as you can see, I got 100 again, and basically, it's kind of more just common sense and thinking about, oh, what cards are good for my opponent, what cards are good for me. Here, my initial thought is to go 10 jack, and keep the pair, but usually I don't like throwing suited connectors like that, but I don't think I really have any other option. Ooh, that's a good cut. I'm going to lead with a 10, and I don't think that was very wise. I probably should have led with the 2 or the 3 there. That was a mistake. Here I'm going to lead with a 2, and hopefully they play another face card. Boom. Just like that. See, so that was, I could have played that a little bit better, though, and I don't think I'm going to skunk them now. So here I'm going to, and look at that, the hand score was, so here, when I just need 1 point, and I'm going second, I can kind of try and get rid of my face cards. Here I'm going to try and set my opponent up and play the queen here, because if they pair me, then I can get 31, and if they play 15, then I can get a pair and I win. 21, I win anyways. So let's look at the match summary. So looks like pegging wise, we were pretty even, and crib-wise, we were actually pretty even as well. But the hand is basically what my opponent got. Horrible hands, I got really good hands, so that's just kind of what cribbage is. But I do think that this was a good game to show you guys some of the thoughts behind what to put in your opponent's crib and what to put in your crib. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and leave a comment below and tell me what you'd like to see more of. Thanks. Bye.